My name is Lee. I don't know what kind of vibes today. Just remember I'm not a woman. He, she, they. Yeah. Just remember I'm not a woman and we're good. Which I know is kind of counterintuitive that I'm brushing my hair on stream, but it's, you know, beautiful. So, my fish are refugees now. They're okay. They're not dead or anything. Their tank broke, so now they're in a bowl on the table instead of in their tank. But hi everyone and welcome. Not much I can do on that right now, so I got them as the biggest bowl I could find, and now we're just trying to figure out how to do the next one. So the plan is, yeah. All right. Yeah, I have to lurk on the other stream because I'm on this stream. Yeah, that's how it goes. Boom. Make double payments. That's how you, right after the house and after time, you can make double payments. That's true. And you don't have to make double payments because of the way interest and principal work. You don't have to make fully double payments, so that works too. But what were we gonna do? We were gonna go to here, and I will mute the tab because I know no one. Okay, and then so 10 minutes late, which is not exactly great, but you know. We're getting there, and 11:30, so, you know, we are here. We are alive. We are ready to vibe and such. It is exciting and adventuring and, you know, all that jazz. So, first thing is, I forgot to change it yesterday, but alright, here we see Planet Y, fire. Okay. First thing is we pull up the Expectus Primus. Oh, we were doing, yes, I remember exactly where we were. And what we were doing, because I'm smart like that. Let me also bring up the, okay, sorry. My, itch. It's hard to explain. Let's just, no, we don't want Death Watch. We want the Rogue Trader one. Boop. Okay, so then we just hit the plusy button so that it gets nice and big. There we go. And then we have a little more muffin. Sorry. My, anyway. Itching is not fun. Let's just say that. So welcome. Let me go to a few other bits and bobs and say hello to a few other people. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing the other thing. And then, okay, we do this, and then we do that, and then we do the other thing, and then we're done. That's it. 3 things. If I can find the other third thing I want to do. In the meantime, that's the one I want. 40k. Yay, Warhammer 40k. Okay. Yes. Alright, so Warhammer 40k is happening. And, there's no one in chat. That's okay. Also, hi for who our one viewer is. Welcome. I appreciate you viewing. We are, start recording. No, we're just gonna vibe here. It's fine. Oh, what we're gonna do is go to Expectus Primus and Crew, right? So we have high notes on Vellum, Thea. Listen, if you find the KDA role-playing game, or, you know, listen, that's on Saturday. Sup? Hi, oh, Chantel! You! Hi! Welcome! Welcome, welcome! This is our stream. My name is Lee. Huge vibes today. Sheer day is fine. I'm pretty chill. Just remember I'm not a woman. What else? Which I guess is kind of the opposite of what you usually tell people. Okay. And I always eat on stream, so that's a thing. And hi and welcome. Today we're doing Rogue Trader. Which is kind of fun. And hey, you're pretty awesome. Don't sell yourself short. Yeah. So we are doing Rogue Trader, which is a if I remember correctly, you were the one who was at the table with us when we did the frickin' one shot with Kayla, and I got to be Lumiere and have my cute clock boyfriend. I remember this. I mean, yeah, that's true. I do keep it on all my channel thingies. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Okay. Oh, right. So what we were doing was... I'm actually doing the thing. Hang on. If I take this and go like that, temporarily, we will have this, which is... hang on. Mathing here. Okay, so we have... Which is our... If we go to the very bottom, these are character sheets for... Adronia Janra, who is a straight cis one, but who's kind of awesome. And she has a daughter who... Hi! Hiberno! Welcome! Hello! Yes, welcome! Hi! Hello, everyone! Quick introduction. My name is Lee. He and vibes today. Sheer day is fine. I'm pretty chill about pronouns. Just remember I'm not a woman. What else? You weren't... Maybe it was someone else who was on the one with, freaking Kayla then. The, Beauty and the Beast one shot. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Either way, welcome. Hello, all raiders. Welcome to our stream. We are, Lee, I said that, oh, yes. So, let me show you guys, because this is Bob. So, we have Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. It is a role-playing game set in the 41st millennium. Alright, good to know. I definitely found your stuff through that, though. Someone was, in that one shot, was also following you, and I think that is definitely how I found any of your stuff. Which, you know, cool beans. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Raider, and thank you guys for all coming. We have two Fusum Tatters. Welcome. Everyone can, Yes. Chantel does the swamp, which creates modules and stuff. Very cool. Yes. Okay, sorry. Focusing. This is one thing you will learn if you come to my stream often, is that I get very easily distracted. But we have Rogue Trader, which is taking Warhammer 40k and using the lore, which is the most coolest thing. I've never heard of that BBC commuter. I have never heard of the BBC show. I do not know. Rogue Trader is It's a type of ship. So basically, well, then, yes, okay. Say hi. Tell Jamie he's a good boy. And it's awesome when people come up. It's fun to have people in chat. That's the whole reason I do this, is to have people in chat. Because I could babble about Warhammer 40k lore to the empty, verse forever, but it's much more fun when you have friends. Way more friends. Way more fun with friends. Ha, I knew I said it. Okay, but yeah. I sometimes no one shows up, and I still have to run the stream, because I said I was gonna run the stream, and then hope someone shows up later. But okay. So Warhammer 40k is really cool. I don't know how much you know about lore. Basically, it's the 41st millennium, the far future, and the world has gone to hell in a handbasket. Like twice over. There was an AI rebellion, and also there was a new chaos god, aka the embodiment of pure evil, who was murderfucked into existence by an alien race, and they that kind of screwed up humanity, and then that gave people psychic powers, which allowed demons to come into real space through people's heads, which was not fun. There was a lot that went on, and because of all that, about, was it 10,000-ish years from now, that all happened. And then, so the great empire of mankind that had come, the great dark age of technology and the golden age of mankind came crashing down. And then in the year 30,000, which is 10,000 years before the Warhammer 40k, the Emperor reunited humanity and generally put things back together-ish. Still not great. We're at war with pretty much every other species in the galaxy. And a lot of civil wars. Like, there is at least 99 war on at least 99 fronts every day, all the time. It's constant. And there's other scarier things that are coming too, because of course there are. Rogue traders. That's like the quick version. I needed to create a quick version because I was trying to explain a Rogue Trader game. I actually had set up. I had character sheets printed out for everyone and everything, and I got too caught up in lore, and it confused my players, and they didn't want to play. It was also very late at night, but okay, that is in a different iteration of reality, and that was on Orth, and also that war goes on Orth, and it's not against the halflings. The halflings an old rivalry. The Blood War is a completely separate war. Sorry, there's a whole Smurfian Blood War that has become canon? I don't know how it became a thing, but it became a thing. And now there is we're building lore on that too on different days, but not on Rogue Trader Day. So, yeah, so there's that. Sorry, I'm going to try to pop my voice down. It's very difficult, but I'm trying. It's just a kind of pain in the ass to maintain all the time, but I'm trying to do it, so we're going to try it. Sorry, my ear itches too. So Rogue Trader. Right. So Rogue Traders are kind of above the law. They are cannibals, or do they eat people? Because if you don't eat your own species, it's not cannibalism. Eating humans does not make you a cannibal. Eating halflings does not make you a cannibal. Only eating your own species makes you a cannibal. Fun fact. So that's fun. Yeah. All right, focus. Let me just test something. Yes. Okay. Focus. Rogue Trader. So what we had for Rogue Trader was we have a whole ship full of people who have what's called a warrant of trade, which is a hereditary script from the Emperor himself that allows them to go beyond the Imperium border and come back in. That's the key part. Because going beyond the border, anyone can do that. It's illegal, but but you can't come back in once you do. Unless you're a rogue trader and have access to trade. You can deal with Xenos without being marked a traitor. You can do a lot of things. You have full authority. If you do actively work against the Emperor, the Inquisition might take you down. But other than that, you have to be like high-level heresy for it to even count. The best example I use is I was running a game of Rogue Trader, and my my crew, they Molotov cocktail a building, which, to be fair, had demon worshipping Slaaneshi cultists in there, so actually bad guys. But they took a Molotov cocktail to the building, and then the civil arson investigator showed up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I Molotov cocktailed it." And then he was gonna like arrest them, and they're like, "We're traitors." Like, right. And then the guy who was responsible, they had gotten killed, so they just brought the body through customs, just carried it through customs, upsetting the poor customs agent who was just trying to do her job, and then just dropped it off, and they couldn't, none of them got arrested because you can't arrest rogue traders. It was intense. But they have that kind of authority. It's actually really impressive. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Rogue traders sometimes look a little bit like that. Occasionally look like other stuff as well. So what we did was we created a rogue trader ship. This is the rule book on how to create characters and stuff, and all that jazz, which is very important for the technicalities of the game. What we did was we created the Expectus Primus, which I think I let someone on stream name. And we've been creating crew members. You can pick... Are none of these characters any good? Let's see. Do you want to play... You can play Xyle. You could... If we do get a chance to play, you can pick one of these characters. Honestly, yeah, you can be... Let's see. Rawless Wexender, the Seneschal. Kind of puppet master things from the background. You could be Xyle. He's an arch militant from a Death World. Pretty badass. Let's see. If you don't mind playing a woman, you could play Jezebel or the extra astropath. Or you could play Nicholas Helmshall, Captain's little brother. Let's see. Or Darian the rogue trader, the one born on Beezus, or his older brother, also from the planet Beezus. Like, yeah. Or you could play Stubbs. You could totally play Stubbs. She's from the planet Bernadette. Who was named... The saint was named for the planet, but there's a Saint Bernadette. But, no, if I do end up playing, I'm just gonna let you guys pick I'm just gonna let you guys pick one of these, because I've been creating characters for ages. So, if you guys don't want to create characters, you can just, I'll let you create one if you feel you compelled to, but if I do end up managing to set up a game, which might happen in the future, I'm just gonna give you whatever characters you get to pick. There's a whole host of these guys. We've been working tirelessly creating these things. So, these guys. So, you really someone should play them. All the epic. Yeah, you could even play the bastard child of, Scott Chip, if you wanted. You're not terrible. No, we'd have to do a Inquisitorial for that. But yeah, if we did an Inquisition, you could be the bastard daughter of Scott Chip. But even still, we were working on Adronia. Sure, absolutely. I would not be objust to that. Okay, but let's start with Adronia, because we got one character at a time. We had Adronia, and we had, let's see, go down to here. We actually got her pretty well done. We got her proper, full thing. We got her Forge World. We have to figure out what Forge... No, we agreed. Was she from... The question is, did we specify? Did we specify what planet she's from? And if we did specify, did we specify she was from... What planet was it? Hang on. Ogunda. Was she from Ogunda? That's the question of the day. And if not, what world was she from? Because we never actually technically got it. Okay, we're going to get gear, and we're going to do skills and stuff, because we're going to go... But yeah. 41 Ballistics is not a bad... 41 Ballistics is good. She's a good shot. So there's that. You got that going for you. Half decent agility. You got your full 3 movement speed, so, not Not fast, but not slow either. Fellowship, yeah, but you don't need fellowship. I got plenty of fellowship full people here. You know. Let's see. We got wounds. Oh, yes. Toughness bonus is 31. So that's 6 plus 3 is 9. Beautiful. Okay. And corruption. A little bit of insanity, but no corruption. So we're good on that front. Let me go to Majiggy What's It thing. Oh, hi, Chantel. You followed. We got people following. Welcome, welcome. All right. So this character, yes, what we do with this is I bring up the rulebook and it has that one. So I don't know if you can see this. I can pop it up a little more so you get to see, you know. But basically, we went to the character creation and we rolled randomly for all of her. I'll show you guys specifically the origin path for those who don't know it. Origin path, that one. No, we have to take the writing away first for briefly. Yes, this is the origin path. So basically, each of these boxes, so the top one is what kind of homeworld. Second one is what kind of past jobs. Third is why did you go into the void. Fourth is built-in tragic backstory. Fifth is what's your main motivating factor, and then the last one is your career path. And each of those boxes on the first 2, 3, 5 things gives you mechanical benefits and detriments as you go. So it actually affects you where you come from and what you did, gives you, you know, background tidbits and changes your character. So we rolled completely random. Well, not completely randomly. We actually did follow the contiguous path rule, which it gives special, there is a, what does it say? Here we go. Let me bump that down for a tick. Put the other stuff back up. And here. There's a on the origin path. One of the goals of the origin path system is to simplify character creation. This allows new players to start playing faster and provides shortcuts for players who aren't familiar with the extensive Warhammer 40k setting. The Game Master should consider allowing players who are comfortable with the setting and have excellent character concept to make some non-adjacent selections in the origin path chart. Another option for Game Masters who would like less constrained origin paths is to designate a single row as free choice row for the entire group, where selections don't have to be adjacent to the prior following choices. Alright, have fun. Say hi to Lee for me. What I was gonna say... I'm sorry. I'm cool. This is... what I was gonna say was, I have done some completely random that we didn't roll contiguous. And we have some fun characters created like that, but I tried to go for contiguous ones for this one. But yes. And we did allow for some intersections that allowed, you know, different... Hi! Okay. Let's see. Career path. So now we have... The career path is sort of like if you have class in, say, 5th edition or other D&D adjacent ones where you have your... it's, you know, what your character does now, what their skill set kind of is. I don't know if there's rules for multi-classing, but there... I don't know if there are. Let's see. Career paths. So we go... Let's start with the getting started. To become a rogue trader, join one trusted retinue is to become one of the very select few in the Imperium. Those with the power to leave it behind. The rogue traders have the power to step beyond the impressive laws and controls of the Imperium of mankind, to pass beyond its boundaries into the darkness that surrounds the flickering fires of civilization. To do so requires a unique breed of self-confidence, some would say arrogance. The countless trillions that live amongst the Imperium's innumerable worlds have traded a galaxy full of danger, have traded their freedom for security, all too precious commodity in a galaxy full of danger and lurking horror. As a rogue trader and his trusted companions, however, you have regained your independence at a cost of safety and security. When you walk amongst the alien and forsaken worlds beyond the Emperor's light, you do so with none to rely on save yourself. In consequence, consequences you will endure should you fail are too terrible to consider, but the rewards should you succeed are equally limitless. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Cool. Collected. Okay. Those able to accept the risks and grasp the prize offered in return are a disparate and varied bunch. Arch militants see obstacles to their fortunes as something to be overcome with a keen eye and a trusty bolt gun, whilst the seneschals know that knowledge and information are the true routes to prominence. A navigator charts path to glory through the treacherous currents of the immaterium, while a missionary inspires his fellows to ever greater deeds in the God Emperor's name. They are all united by the iron will of the rogue trader, by whose authority their efforts are directed to a greater whole. I mean, if you feel that way, go ahead. I try not to show the top of my head. I'm trying to get better about that. You know that. Career path represents your character's ability. There's no reason you can't follow us both, though. There is no reason you can't follow us both. Your career path represents your character's ability and potential, your role amongst a rogue trader's crew. It will define who you were before you signed on, as well as who you become once you venture beyond the Imperium's boundaries. Your career defines how you are viewed by those you meet, the skills and abilities you can learn, and by what means you will become wealthy, powerful, and revered, or feared, as a legend in the 41st millennium. Alright, now we got to get the getting started part. Character's career path is decided during character creation process. Beginning with your homeworld, you will make selections on the origin path that will determine your career. You can also choose your career path and then go up from there. That is a way to do it as well. And then you don't know what homeworld you're from until you end up at the top of the path and you're like, oh, okay. And then you come up with start with the character you want to play and then build the backstory based on that, or build the backstory and then figure out what kind of character you're playing based on that. It depends on how you want to do it. I've actually done both for this stream, but each career path has its own dedicated section within this chapter. Once you know your path your character is following, take the time to have a good read through the appropriate section. This will tell you all the important things you need to know about playing your character and how you can expect your character to develop over time. Okay, so each has the following format. Description. In each career path section, you can find a description and illustration to help give you some ideas about what your character might be like. The section tells you a little bit about the background for your character and for the career and how it fits into the Imperium as a whole. Then you got the rank chart. Each career is divided into a series of ranks. This chart tells you the progression necessary to obtain certain ranks. Each career path allows you to improve your character's raw abilities or characteristics. Depending on the nature of the career path, some characteristics are more difficult to increase than others. This chart lists the cost of each characteristic advance you can take. Rank advance scheme. Each rank within your career path, you will find a table that shows what your new ability your character can learn and what you must do in order to learn them. Character advancements. I want every man-jack of you to learn your mate's duties as well as your own. Don't assume he'll be breathing when your fighting starts. Yes. Boatswain Flint aboard the Saber. Sorry. That is a very bad boatswain bosun voice. As you adventure through the 41st millennium, your characters will have plenty of opportunity to improve. Your game master will award you with experience points that you can spend to further develop your character. Each career has plenty of room for you to customize your character and make them unique. There are 3 types of improvements you can select for your character. Characteristic advance, increases raw ability. Rank increase, opens new training opportunities. Skill or talent advance, learn new skills or talents. In addition to the advances listed for the ranks within your career path, sometimes your GM will allow you to purchase an elite advance. See page 39 for more on this. A characteristic advance, yes. Simple is +5. And then intermediate is another +5, it's +10. Trained is another +5, it's +15. Expert is +20. That's the limit of your natural capacity. As you set about increasing your characteristic, you must progress through each of the progression levels in turn, starting at simple, ending with expert. The cost of these increases are listed in the relevant career section of the table, which looks like this. Characteristic. It's 250 for simple, 500 for the intermediate, 750 for trained, 1,000 for expert, for willpower for rogue traders. As you see, the first +5 increase to a rogue trader's willpower costs 250. The next +5 costs 500. Further +5 improvement costs 750. While the final possible improvement costs 1,000. Cost for characteristic example advances are cumulative, so you couldn't just pay 500 per +10 increase. Instead, you pay the 250 for the simple, and then pay the 500 for the next one. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright, hang on a sec, though. There's one more thing that we need to do. We're going to go back to the character creation section very briefly, and then we'll go to the Rogue Trader section. Not the Rogue Trader, we're going to the Explorator section, because we ended up as an Explorator for some reason. Well, because we were born on a Forge world. It's kind of hard not to. Spend experience. Okay, so 30. All characters begin play with 4,500 experience points. This initial amount of XP is considered to have already been spent in preparing your character's abilities and skills to the point where they are now. You do not actually spend these XP. The amount represents your character's pre-existing characteristics, origin path, skills, and other abilities. That's to match up with the XP advancements in like Dark Heresy and the Space Marine. So you basically it's to match up levels with the other books. So if you have a Dark Heresy character who gets to 4,500 XP, then they would be considered an Explorator, possible Explorator level with a power level similar to that of a Rogue Trader you were building now. Yeah, a rank 5 Dark Heresy character with 5,000 XP is the equivalent of rank 1 Rogue Trader with a character with 5,000 XP. So you begin play with 4,500 spent, allegedly, and then you get 500, which you also spend. And then once you spend that initial 500, you're up to rank 1. And then once you get to rank 1, you can do rank 1 advances, and you can do other stuff. And then as you begin play, you begin earning more and more XP because you do stuff. That's how experience works. As soon as you start playing, you start earning more XP. And you can then use it to get advances. So we're spending, if I remember correctly, because that'll tell us what, we're spending 300 XP to get a good craftsmanship bionic limb, because part of the criminal judged and found wanting thing on the origin path was that we lose a limb of some sort and have a poor quality bionic replacement, which we can upgrade to a good quality if we spend 300 XP. And she's going to get a good, decent quality. She's on a Rogue Trader ship. She has a good quality, decent limb. Like, there's no way the Captain Janthine would ever... Not Janthine, is not the Captain. Jarian, Captain. She would never allow any of her people... Captain Helmshall would never allow any of her people to have, artificial limbs. Like, she'd make sure to spring for a good prosthetic. So, also as a Explorator, you have the good quality. So we're going for that, which... dings us down 300 XP, but we're going to be able, last step of the creation is to get all of our cool starting stuff from, nope, you go away, is to grab all the starting stuff from the thing, and we get to spend 200 XP. We just got to remember that we have 200 XP to spend. I just needed to check how much we had. So what we can do now is do this. I know it's... Aw, man, I'm sorry. If you want to just render, you don't have to watch. If it's giving you problems with your render stuff, because I know you have your epic skill set. Plus, you could make long-haired Valdus. If you get a chance, don't. It's low on the list of cool stuff you could make. Let's see. We have Explorator, page 52. Okay, so what we do is that. Explorator. Are we ready? The quest for knowledge drives the Mechanicus to the stars. Forgotten archaeotech and uncatalogued celestial phenomena await. The voice of the Omnissiah awaiting to be witnessed. Sorry. It's fun to read them. The Explorator Engineer Akula. Part adventurer, part warrior, part emissary of the machine cart of Mars. His hair's not that bad. She could probably just do a cut. She doesn't need to shave him bald. I mean, it depends on what G wants. If G wants short hair Valdez, then Valdez has short hair, no questions. He's not going to fight on his hair, certainly not. Not after everything G's already done for him. But, and is continuing to. But, yeah. Valdez would not object to having it like brushed out and washed and tousled a little and then keep his hair long. I doubt there's not at least a few guys in Lofen with long hair. Axel's hair is pretty long, right? Axel's got shoulder length, if I remember correctly. So, you can style it long and still be... Or is Axel just so hot that he gets to flout conventional fashion technique? Alright. Completely separate... universe. Completely separate universe. Let's see. Explorators are tech priests, bionically augmented adepts of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Their function is to travel into the depths of the unknown and unearth ashes of the past in order to acquire knowledge and secrets for the glory of the Omnisaya. Wait a second. She had a kid. The question is, did she have the kid before or after becoming an Explorator? And if so, that means they don't replace because they replaced large chunks of the ribs and the lungs and stuff, but they apparently don't replace the uterus? Like, that's an interesting... I mean, it never specifies exactly what they take out and what they leave in, so leaving the uterus in makes very little sense, actually, unless... Because she definitely was drafted by the Explorator fleet. We gotta figure this out. The reason I know she had a kid is because her kid is an astropath on the... with the Inquisitorial goons that we are doing for the other thing. This is how we linked them was her daughter, who, stuff. So, okay. Okay. Their function is to travel to the depths of the unknown and unearth the ashes of the past in order to acquire knowledge and secrets for the glory of the Omnisaya. Something of a breed apart in the cult Mechanicus, they are seen as a necessary evil by some of their fellows and vital agents of the machine god by others. Explorators undertake the quest for knowledge across the stars, seeking out undiscovered data and unrecorded phenomena, forgotten archaeotech hordes and unknown life forms. All Mechanicus research stations, exploration ships, and outposts any distance from a forge world are likely to be manned by explorators. It is also the sacred function of these intrepid, or foolhardy, individuals to delve into the unexplored reaches of the galaxy, either as part of the great Mechanicus-backed fleets, or by attaching themselves to rogue trader houses to carry them into the beyond in search of both future and, most importantly, the past. There is a reason there are a lot of explorators. We've been working on the lore of the Expectus Primus and how it got to be where it was, to kind of tie all the backstories for all the characters together. And the way, when we rolled up the actual ship, which there are rules for in this rulebook here, we rolled that it had this piece of archaeotech. It had a teleportarium, which is like a really key piece of archaeotech from ancient history that there are very few left in the world, and no one can build more because the Mechanicus is not quite sure how to. So, of course, when they rescued a Mechanicus ship that had been aiding an Imperial Guard group, when they grabbed that Mechanicus, the Mechanicus left a bunch of explorators on board to try and, keep an eye on this, and also, generally do explorator stuff. So they have a whole host of explorators, most of whom were drafted from places other than Forge Worlds, and there's a whole history of that. All right. So, you have quite a few explorators on the ship. How exactly? Oh, here's a funny thing about coffee machines. They do have recaf, which is caffeinated stuff. They have, there's an STC file on how to make coffee machines. Unfortunately, it is missing. It is part of the Archaeotech knowledge that was lost to the sands of time. Actually, in another game I'm running on Rogue Trader, they are unearthed. There's an archaeological dig on a planet that has an issue with other stuff too. They have like 6 things going on, but one of them is an archaeological dig finding these machines. They don't know what it does. It is a coffee machine. They don't know that. To dig up bits and pieces of the file on how to make coffee machines. Like, they are doing thousands of archaeological digs to find enough of this data to put it together on how to make a coffee machine. They think it's going to be some grand weapon. It's going to be a coffee machine. But, and there's a 1 in a billion chance that they pull one up and it tells them the whole thing without having to, keep going with it. But I actually measured. They have recaf. They have plenty of recaf. And it's caffeinated and it tastes good. And they have EO, which is a mild stimulant as well. Smoked. So yeah, you got stimulants. You got your caffeine and your stimulants. And the ship's chef probably knows how to make coffee manually. Or at least make recaf, which, the lost achievements of mankind's dark age of technology soared far beyond anything that can be made today. Only by relearning ancient lore found scattered across the stars and painstakingly piecing it together can man ever achieve such dizzying heights again. Attempts at improvisation or adaptation are viewed as, by most followers of the Omnisci, as the height of hubris. Imagining that one can set oneself above the knowledge of the ancients without risking their deadly sins and dark fate that led to the horrors of the Age of Strife is pure folly. They probably do. Honestly, they probably have it injected directly from their armor. They have all those, the ports put in, the black carapace, which is a second layer of under their skin to like directly port the armor into their nervous system. I'm sure they have caffeine injectors in there too. Pretty sure. Explorators themselves tend toward greater independence of mind and inquisitive thought than the adherence to the machine cult in more sheltered roles, and they often have their own secret agendas and arts far beyond those more pedestrian peers. Many tech adepts, particularly of the more junior and provincial variety, regard the explorators as dubious outsiders, prone to stray beyond the bounds of the arcane dogma and rigidly adhere to processes laid down by the inviolable teachings of the machine cult. Whether or not this is true, it is undoubtedly the case that amongst the adherents of the cult mechanicus, it is they who are the most likely to be exposed to the prescribed technologies of the alien and the sins of the dark past. In truth, explorators are often the front line of perils few can understand. There are more than a few explorators who, in their desire to uncover the secrets of the universe, have fallen prey to some Xenos dogma and turned from the rigid doctrine of the 8 universal laws to become corrupted by the warped, twisted, enigmatic code and lost their souls to the abyss of chaos, or have simply been driven mad from knowing too much. Yet the risks are worth the rewards. And explorators have found many of the greatest prizes in the quest for knowledge, and their role in many other affairs has been key to the success and the Imperium's survival. However, countless explorators have met with grisly deaths in the hostile galaxy they explore. On mercifully rare occasions, their ill-conceived prying has unleashed cataclysmic horrors on mankind. When an explorator accompanies a rogue trader, the arrangement may have come about by some ancient death the rogue trader's line owed the cult mechanicus, hard bargaining, or even pure chance. Whatever the case, the explorators will be a valued member of the rogue trader's party, bringing with him a wealth of esoteric knowledge and arcane technical know-how quite beyond any other members of the crew, and often not a little firepower of his own. I mean, it probably does, honestly. Okay, so that's how cool. So we have explorators are cool, basically, is how that boils down. And they're smart boys. They're very smart boys. Actually, she's got, so we're gonna write down all the starting skills we got. Alright, skills. We do get common lore tech and common lore machine cult. We don't even have to do them as basic. We get them anyway as fully trained skills. Forbidden lore. We don't have that yet. Okay. Listen, next Saturday, I have to get up early, but next Saturday, I'm not going out because I don't have any money. So, and I have to replace the fish tank. Anyway, so because my fish tank broke, so now my fish are refugeeing in a large mixing bowl, which is fine for now, but they need a proper tank, and I'm working on that. So we get 2 Forbidden Lore. Forbidden Lore. Let's see. Archaeotech. But my point on that is Forbidden Lore is that I'm staying in Saturday, which means, well, I mean, obviously I have to go to Clifton, but after that I'm here Saturday night, so we're staying in, and we might as well, do a stream. And you have I owe you one, and you have the channel points to do another one. I think it's 20,000 vibe points or 2,000 bits to do to choose the stream for a Saturday stream. Sig has sprung the channel points for 3, and we've done 2. So, sprung the channel points for 4, and we've done 3. We did KDA, Smurfy and Blood War, or the Smurfs and Greyhawk, and third one was Cyberpunk, which is where we read the red story. Say the word. You got 1 Saturday left, and I'm guessing the channel points for a few more. Anyone can throw up the bits of channel points for them too, not just Sig. It's limited to the number of Saturdays per year, but okay, right. What's the other Forbidden Lore? Meneptus Acanicus. Okay. So you could have basically been doing rerolls for all of them, and then if you complain how sucky the thing is, don't forget you could just reroll, throw rerolls in for all of them. Let's see. Starting. Let's see. Ooh, literacy. Okay, we got literacy. Intelligence. Well, I mean, considering you have all the channel points, you're the one with the saved up channel points, I'm sure someone else could if they wanted to, but if you want a Saturday, if you want to use the channel points, go for it, It is nice to have Saturday streams. Let's see. What else we got? We got literacy, logic. We have skill with logic. We have, what's our int, anyway? 41, yeah, we got good int. So, yeah, it makes sense. Intelligence-based. I don't think I've had anyone reroll for the ice. I'd reroll for rocks. You sprung for the reroll for the rocks for, Balboa, actually. So that we would have something on the planet and not just void nothingness. We have broken rocks, I think. That planet is It's a hive world, so it makes sense. They just have stuff they built. There was nothing there, and they just built it up. But let's see. Logic. We have speak languages. We got 3 languages. Okay, cool. Speak language. Low Gothic. Okay, wait. Speak language, techno. Explorator binary. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. We're good. Okay. Explorator binary, which is an intelligence based skill. And then we got unspeak language. Technolingua. Also int based. Okay. What else we got with skills? We got speaking languages. We got tech use, which we got. We got that? Tech use. Don't. Yeah. Managing. Let's see what else we got. Trade technomat. Trade technomat. All right. All right, we got that. What we're going with. Boom, boom, boom. And we got... Oh, we got the implants. All right, so let me look at... Okay, let's go to talents. Technical knock. We got... Which comes from... Now we got basic sleight of hand, which means we can... Hardy, light sleeper. Let's see. What is... Let me double check what Hardy does as a talent. It's one always get from... talents... Oh, we get a servo skull familiar. We have to name our servo skull familiar. So basically everyone in the Adeptus Mechanicus gets a little servo skull. Basically it's a little pet skull that you wire up with a cogitator and stuff. And they float around following you. Like they levitate and you just have this little skull cutie pie following you around and stuff. Let me go to talents. Career path, skills. Navigator, psychic techniques. Talents, here we go. Talent descriptions. Let me look at Hardy. Basic weapon training, Bastion of Iron Will, Battle Rage, all sorts of cool stuff. Okay. Chemgeld is immune to most mundane temptations. Seduction attempts automatically fail, and charm tests become difficulty by 1 level. It's 1 insanity point. Unless, I would argue that if your character is asexual, you can get it for free without having to take the insanity point because, you know, but if your character's ace, otherwise they're, you know. Let's see. Dual shot. Otherwise you're going to have to enhance bionic frame. No, we might get that. Let's see. They have all sorts of stuff for hardy. Toughness 40. Rebounds quickly from shock and injury. Do we get the prerequisite of... Do we have enough? We don't have enough... Okay, what? Where did... Okay, hang on. Because we don't have the prerequisite toughness. So how do we get hardy as a talent? Electrograph. What does electrograph do? I think it's one of the... Electrograph? Enhanced... Lore, feedback screech. Electrograph use. Alright. Explorator may use electrograph to access... Oh, you have to have a Mechanicus implant. Which means you have to either be a member of the Mechanicus or convince a member of the Mechanicus to give you the implant. That's a difficult thing with the side quest and everything. Like, just getting the implants is a pain in the ass if you're not an Explorator. If you're an Explorator, you have them automatically. And then you plus 10 bonus to common law, inquiry, and tech use tests while you're connected to a data port. So you can let their cogitators help you. I mean, honestly, not impossible. Not impossible. I still have to convince someone in the mechanics to give you the electrograft, though. Let's see. Disarm. No, what we wanted was... Where do we get... I'm looking for... Because we have an inconsistency in our thingamabob. So we have to figure out where it came from. It would have been in one of our... and does it say we can ignore the prerequisites? Basically, is where we... The question is where we got it from. Let's see. Was it Forge World? Alright, so basically what we do is go through each of our thing, and if we don't have the Forge... Okay, so we got Forge World... characteristics, allocating points, intersections. That's the chart. Now we have to find Homeworld. Okay, so that's Death World. What is Voidborn? Epic. Forge World. Here we go. Life on a Forge World. Forge World characters. So we get characteristic modifiers, which we got. Starting skills. We get all the our untrained basic skills. So yeah, we got those, and then both got moved up to regular skills because we actually made it to the Mechanicus. Crudo Omnisaya. Technical knock talent, which we got. Characters +3 we used for something. Stranger to the Cult. Starting wounds. Starting fate points. And it came to Hive World. Okay, so it wasn't from there. Hive World characters do that. Imperial World characters are weird because every freaking... Ooh, with a rip. Ooh. And that's the question. There's the question. Now, if you took it from a Mechanicus, from a dead Explorator, how'd you get it put in, and who did it? Because if it's someone like Ferrus Manus, I think it's Ferrus Manus. No, not Ferrus Manus. Not him. The freaking doctor who... Ferrus Bile. Fabius Bile. That's him. If it was someone like Fabius Bile, you are persona non grata in the Imperium if they ever catch you and find out about that. That is hell. Yeah. That is ugly. I don't want to know what kind of BS you're getting into that, but basic +3 bonus intelligence perception. D5 and D5 insanity. We got the insanity. Lure of the Void. We got criminal. -5 fellowship. Gain 1 poor craftsmanship bionic limb. You may spend 200 to upgrade to a common craftsmanship, or a total of 300 to upgrade to good craftsmanship, which we did. Choose one of the following. Right, we did judge and found wanting. Trials and travails. We had calamity. Your choice of the hardy talent. Okay, yes, you got inured to adversity or nerves of steel. So you get hardy or nerves of steel from calamity, but it doesn't say anything about the prerequisites. And does nerves of steel... Okay, let me go to the... Alright, so it came from calamity. From surviving the... That is a... Wow. Okay. I'm not exactly opposed to this idea, but that is a whole backstory and a half. Let's put a pin in that for now before I figure out what the heck Nerves of Steel. And can I take the talent? Here I am. Starships, navigator powers, talents up here. Prerequisites. Here we go. Or even special abilities. Prerequisite. Okay, shows all the prerequisites. It does not specify anything about nerves. Okay, let's see nerves of steel. Does not. Okay, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to switch Hardy out for nerves of steel because apparently we don't have the prerequisite toughness for this. So we can, all right, let's do that. Then we go back to the Mechanicus and Explorator and continue onward. That is a hell of a, that is a, okay, hang on. I think what we can do is that. That's our skill. Yeah, so we got the Servo Skull Familiar. We got the Mechanicus implants. We're going to have to... Dang. Yeah, okay. Let's go with the Servo... Okay, so trade Mechanicus implants. Basic weapon training. All right, let me write down the... Back to here. Going back to here, and we're going to go Light Sleeper, Nerves of Steel, Basic Weapon Training, all right, Basic Weapon, no. Yeah, so basically, we could bump our toughness and intelligence up by 5 each. I mean, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to bump our toughness and intelligence up by 5 each. Still won't get us to the full... But, yeah. Bump those up by 5 each. And then we are good. XP spent. I'm going to put that in... I'm going to put that there just so we're good on that. I mean... okay. Alright. Melee weapon. Okay. Largest implant. Okay. Okay. So got all those going. And then we got bolt gun. Do we want a bolt gun or do we want a hell gun? Question it. Bolt gun or hell gun? What do you guys think? Bolt gun. Oh, is it bolt gun or is it bolt pistol? We're gonna have a freaking bolt gun. Okay. Alright. You know what? It's like a las gun, but more powerful, basically. It's a freaking laser gun, but like a more powerful than your usual freaking laser guns, which is what basic scrubs in 40k have is laser guns. So this is a pretty freaking cool laser gun. Both guns shoot mini explosives, essentially. Let's see. Gear, we got void suit, multi-key. What else we got? Enforcer, light carapace. We definitely have a power axe. Hang on. I have good. I have good ballistic. Weapon skill I'm not so good at. Ballistics, we have a good ballistic score. Which means she's a good shot. She is a good shot. Because I've never had a Explorator have. Okay, we have a problem. My cap lock is stuck on, so no matter if I turn it on or off, it's still stuck on. Okay, she's not a stormtrooper, alright? She's freaking an explorer. There's a difference. Alright, I have to figure out what happened to freaking computer because apparently shift keys jammed somehow. Yeah, I can only type in all caps. So yeah, my computer Bailey's being finicky again. Okay. Power axe, void suit, multi-key. Guess we're typing in all caps this time. All right. Where's your light carapace? Oh, okay. I can type. I just have to. Okay. You know what? It's. Okay, so. Put N. No, we could for like 3 seconds. All right. Okay. All right. Wookie, hello. Welcome, welcome. We're creating, apparently it won't let us have axe typed in lowercase, but, I do not know what that means, but it sounds terrifying. Force light carapace. Let's see. A multi-key. We have that injector. Dang, that sounds horrifying. Mutated bullet. Yeah, I know what a bullet is. They're not fun. We have an injector. Sacred Unguents. Wait, it's a regenerating bullet that regenerates? Whoa, a bullet that can heal itself. Okay, that's terrifying. That is extremely terrifying. Micro bead, combi tool. Okay. Okay, that sounds dangerous and not fun. A data slate. Okay, and a servo skull. All right. That sounds like a very solid plan. Very solid plan. Okay. Question is, what do we call the servo skull familiar? So, she is an explorator. With decent skills with this and that. Okay. Yeah, that's not AC 28. How could anyone get? Yeah, AC 28 is, well, you just need at least a +9 to hit. +9 to hit isn't that high. I mean, high for sure, but not incredibly high. You know what I mean? Certainly not to be trifled with. Yeah. And if anything has a higher than a +10 to hit, it can hit you. Yeah. Which is a 15% chance. You know, so you're not invincible. All right. What else? Yeah, exactly. This is why this thing is scary. Okay. Oh, but what should I name the Cerro Skull familiar? So we have this woman. She is Andronia Jonra, who's a straight cis woman, which means that she is an explorator. She's an explorator with the Adeptus Mechanicus, born on a Forge world, kind of grew up on the edges, ended up getting arrested at some point, lost some body part. We're still figuring out which one. That was on top of getting all of her implants put in. So she has... Okay, Servo Skull familiar. Let me see if I can find a good image of Servo Skull. No, it doesn't have a picture. Servo Skulls are. Let me see if we can find one. Image of one. There. See how he's got that little skull? Here, let me... See how he's got that little skull guy floating around behind him? That's the Servo Skull familiar. It's a cute little skull friend who floats around, and you can have a camera on them. Sometimes they have recorded messages, and of course, there, see it right there. See how it's got that little skull? There we go. That little skull that's kind of floating around behind him. That's a Servo Skull Familiar. It's a fun little skull friend who floats around beside you and can do all sorts of little handy little things. Usually it carries recording equipment or messages and stuff. I don't think that's a gun. I think that's a pick recorder. They can have guns, but not usually. Servo Skulls don't usually have guns attached. They have like recording equipment or something. Stuff like that. They take pictures and spread messages. They don't really fight. They're handy and fun, but they don't usually have weapons. Usually. I mean, you could probably mod it to have a weapon if you wanted. But, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's what they can do. They can. You know what? That works. Servo Skull Familiar named Overbite. He's a cute little skull friend. Cute little skull friend. You could also like accessorize, right? Like you could tape a like a little bow to That's a thought, actually. Over or underbite? What does everyone else in the chat think? If there's anyone else in the chat. What do you guys think? Should we do overbite or underbite for the little skull friend who follows Adorno around and vibes? Cutesy Skull Familiar. That's an interesting question. We also have stats for them, and overbite. Okay, I think overbite it is. That's a good one. And he's a cutesy little skull who follows her around and, does cutesy little skull stuff. We got that going on, Let's see. So, do not forget to hit save. So what we've done for other Mechanicus, because here's the complicated question. So we got all of this stats and all that. We got Nerves of Steel. Traits. That's what we did. Put it under traits and separate from talents. That works, actually. Yeah, it's just determined that's gonna... Okay. Okay, so we got this guy going. We got oh right. So what we've done with other traits, that would be for, as for Harmon. What else? Who else do we have? We got Kurosawa, yeah, and Vito's the stem. Who had the stem? Zyle, okay. Year, talents, fellowship. Then we got Nadet, the other. Here we go. Implants. Okay, I put under implants. So we got electrograft, elect2 inductors, respirator unit, cybermantle, cranial circuitry, and okay, the optical mechadendrite was an extra one that Janthine had. It was a bonus. That's true. It is. Win-win. So what we need to do is check on the implants, make sure we got all of those, and then I think she got a second optional implant because it's some other thing. But I think it was spending experience points to get them in a sonic boom. Okay, so what we need to do is, let's see what her I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. I think this is how we did. Yeah, how we did. Let me look at Kurosawa's gear implants. Yeah. Right, so we have all of them except, so what we need to do is go implants. No. Let's see. All right, so Cybermantle. Okay. All right. So basically, we have all of that. Now we have to figure out what all her implants look like, because each implants are individualized. And then we have the good craftsman. Okay, so I'm gonna put the bionic arm, bionic replacement. We have to figure out what the bionic is. It's a limb or a hand, maybe. And what it, what's the, maybe it's a leg. Like, maybe her, I don't know. I think, okay. Question is, what do we have? What did she put as the tats? Like, what kind of image would she use for tattoos? Okay. All right. We are. Wait, is Nickel Point? Oh no. Mike Disney. That's the one. All right. All right. All right. I'm starting to fade. It's been a day, and I wanted to stream for you guys, and I'm really glad you all came. I'm thinking All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna craft switch bionic leg. It's her left leg. I'm just gonna make that executive decision. Her left leg is replaced by a bionic. That could have been for a number of reasons, but you know, at least we know. Left leg, yeah, exactly. Her left leg. And then it fell off during the Shake It All About. And then it fell off when it was being shooken all about. Is that what happened? The hokey pokey? You know, a hokey pokey related accident. I've never heard of such a thing, but you know what? I am not exactly opposed. Okay. Oh, also, anyone who's still watching, real quick. Hopefully that's a lot of you. Ooh, we have new memes. Okay. Oh, poor cat getting more flashbacks. Okay, right. Sorry, that is completely unrelated to anything, and you can see what it's all about if you guys want to come and join the Discord. If you want to come and hang out with us, you know, have some fun, get into shenanigans. We post meme. I promise to post at least one fun meme per day, and then we post other stuff as well. I'm trying to work on a project where we, all of us brainstorm Haven together, which is brainstorm world building. That hasn't come up yet. Occasionally I'll put writing prompts, and we have all of the answers to all the writing prompts, which is always fun to read over. You know, it's cool stuff. And I basically appreciate all of you, being awesome. And so you should come join us. Also, if you want cool jewelry at a discounted price, I have a that's Relentless Rebels. It's a cool company. I cannot help you with the mutant animals. I'm sure there's a reason for it. But I can help us. Basically, thank you for coming. You're all awesome. And we're gonna raid. We could raid Playing in the Mud. We could raid the... let's raid... You know what? A wolf. Okay, wolves are perceptive. Plus, if your rogue, smell. They get advantage on perception checks related to smell, and if your rogue, unless your rogue is using scent numbing, they still smell like a rogue, or whatever. Alright, we're gonna go raid Brush for Hire. Yeah, we're gonna raid Brush for Hire. Wait, Brunhild's coming tonight? Oh, Brunhild, right. Tonight is Sparky's game. If I'm back from work, I will pop over and say hi after I get home. You just gotta remind me. Alright. That's it.